In this video, we're gonna dive into the world of Zootopia and take a look at the 10 funniest quotes from this fantastic film. As one of my personal favorites, Zootopia not only delivers a heartwarming story, but also packs a punch with its clever humor. First up, we have Chief Bogo with the quote, "Didn't forget, just don't care."
Chief Bogo? Sir, you said there were 14 missing mammal cases. So I can handle one. You probably forgot, but I was top of my class at the academy.
Didn't forget, just don't care.
Despite his serious demeanor, Chief Bogo has a witty, sarcastic sense of humor that many viewers can relate to. This little quip is something many of us have probably heard from a no-nonsense boss or authority figure in our own lives. It's not that Chief Bogo is heartless. He's just a busy police chief with a full caseload of missing mammals to worry about. From his perspective, there are more pressing issues to deal with than the complaints of a rookie officer unhappy with her current assignment. In the grand scheme of things, his reaction is understandable. Next on our list is Nick Wilde, with his iconic quote, "It's called a hustle, sweetheart."
I stood up for you, and you lied to me. You liar!
It's called a hustle, sweetheart. And I'm not the liar. He is.
Hey!
This line perfectly captures Nick's sly, smooth-talking personality and has become one of his most memorable catchphrases. Nick is known for his quick wit and sarcastic remarks, but this line really sums up his sly, confident nature. He's not afraid to admit that he's a con artist, and he takes pride in his smooth-talking ways, even if it means ruffling a few feathers along the way. With a talented actor like Jason Bateman voicing the character, it's no surprise that Nick's lines are delivered with the perfect mix of charm and sarcasm. And let's not forget the hilarious moment when Judy throws the line right back at him later in the film.
It's called a hustle, sweetheart.
Here's another gem from Nick Wilde. Do you think when she goes to sleep she counts herself?
I better go. Let me know what you find. It was really nice for me to be...
While we're young, smell weather.
You think when she goes to sleep, she counts herself?
Shush.
Nick's not just a master of smooth talking and sarcasm. He also has a knack for making witty observations about other animals. While he's made plenty of jabs at Judy by the time he delivers this line, it's the cute factor that really makes it stand out. The image of Bellwether lying in bed counting herself as she tries to fall asleep is undeniably adorable. But it's also a clever little joke about her species. As a sheep, she's normally the one being counted by others to help them fall asleep. But in this case, she's counting herself. It's a fun twist on the usual sheep counting trope and shows Nick's keen eye for humorous observations. Next up, we have Judy Hopps with her stomach-turning quip. Are your customers aware they're getting snot and mucus with their cookies and cream?
Just had a quick question. Are your customers aware they're getting snot and mucus with their cookies and cream?
This line is definitely one of those things that people don't want to hear while enjoying their food, but it's hard not to laugh at Judy's blunt observation. The idea of elephant ice cream vendors serving huge scoops of dessert with their trunks might seem cute at first, but it takes a gross turn when Judy points out the unappetizing truth. It's a good thing that Officer Hopps is so observant and attentive, because most audience members might not have even noticed that elephant blowing his nose into a burlap bag and then serving it on top of a sundae. Talk about a major health code violation. Next up is Nick Wilde with his hilarious line, "Did you just boot my stroller?"
Fine, then we'll have to do this the hard way.
Did you just boot my stroller?
Nicholas Wilde, you are under arrest.
Huh, for what? Hurting your feelings?
While this might not be the wackiest question ever asked in a Disney film, it certainly caught some viewers off guard. Considering Judy's quick-footed rabbit nature, the thought of her booting Nick's stroller in the blink of an eye isn't so far-fetched. The real humor lies in Nick's rapid acknowledgement of the situation, a testament to his witty and observant character. By saying what the audience is already thinking and quickly accepting what's happened, Nick amplifies the comedic effect, turning a regular moment into something truly laughable. Our next funny quote comes from Frou Frou, who declares, "No icing people at my wedding."
Daddy! It's time for our dance! What did we say? No icing anyone at my wedding!
have to, baby. Daddy has to.
Even without Frou Frou's resemblance to a miniature high-pitched Snooki, this line would still raise some eyebrows. Not everyone can claim to have a notorious mobster for a father. But then again, not everyone is an animated Arctic shrew living above a frozen lake. While Mr. Big might not be the godfather himself, his reputation for putting his enemies on ice clearly precedes him. If his own daughter feels the need to call him out at her wedding, it's safe to assume that icing people is a regular occurrence for this small but formidable crime boss. The next hilarious quote is delivered by Duke Weaselton, who proudly declares, "It's Weaselton, Duke Weaselton."
What were you gonna do with those night howlers, Weaselton?
It's Weaselton, Duke Weaselton.
This quote might have a more niche appeal, particularly for those who have seen Frozen and are familiar with Alan Tudyk's voice acting work. The line itself serves as a tongue-in-cheek reference to both the character and a similar joke from another Disney movie. Here's the context for those who aren't in on the joke. Duke Weaselton's name is a playful nod to Tudyk's character, the Duke of Weselton, from Frozen.
The Duke of Weaseltown.
Weselton! Duke of Weselton.
In both cases, their names are comically mispronounced. It's an inside joke that dedicated Disney fans will undoubtedly enjoy and appreciate. Up next, we have Finnick, who delivers the classic threat, "You kiss me tomorrow, I'll bite your face off."
Hey, no kiss bye-bye for Daddy?
You kiss me tomorrow, I'll bite your face off.
Finnick is a true master of comedy, incorporating a variety of comedic styles. One of the most hilarious visual and audio gags is when a voice comes from a body that doesn't match it. A perfect example is when Tommy Lister Jr.'s deep and intimidating voice comes out of Finnick's tiny body at the end of Nick's Popsicle Hustle. The idea of anyone threatening to bite someone's face off is already pretty scary, but hearing it come from an animated fox who just removed his elephant onesie takes it to a whole new level of comedic genius.
She hustled you good! You a cop now, Nick. You gonna need one of these. Have fun working with the fuzz!
It's an unexpected and hilarious combination that leaves audiences laughing out loud. The next side-splitting quote comes from Flash, who asks, "What do you call a three-humped camel?"
What do you call
Three-humped camel.
three-humped camel?
Pregnant.
It's a classic dad joke, and a great one at that. But what truly elevates this already humorous line is the reaction it gets from our favorite slow-moving sloth. Forget the camel punchline for a moment. It's Flash's slow-motion response that sends us into fits of laughter. While Disney movies are no strangers to jokes, Flash's unique timing, or lack thereof, sets this scene apart as one of the funniest moments in the entire film. And when he attempts to retell the joke to his coworker Priscilla, the laughter is just as contagious as the first time around, long before Nick and Judy even leave the DMV. Chief Bogo returns with a quote that might just be one of the funniest in any Disney animated movie, so let it go.
Do you think the mayor asked what I wanted when he assigned you to me?
But sir, if you-
Life isn't some cartoon musical where you sing a little song and your insipid dreams magically come true. So let it go.
What makes this line so brilliant isn't its cleverness or wit, but rather the fact that Disney is playfully poking fun at its own success.
Let it go, let it go.
So let it go.
The irony is downright delectable, and Chief Bogo's delivery is so spot on that it can't help but elicit roars of laughter from the most dedicated Disney fans. It's a truly unforgettable moment that showcases the studio's willingness to laugh at itself, and the results are comedy gold. And that concludes our list of the 10 funniest quotes from Zootopia. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to the channel for more entertaining content. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.